Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to look at comparison being the thief of joy. Now, to be honest with you, I don't believe this for a second. I think it can be, but only if we make it and let it be. So I don't think it is, I think it can be depending on us. And as with most things, it's us to either blame or us to use our opportunity to turn it to our advantage. Now, comparison is really ingrained in human nature. It's something we always do and have done through evolution, essentially, to kind of form a hierarchy. We need to know where we stand with any group, whether it be from a point of view of our fitness in our case, socioeconomically speaking, any other ways we can look at this. But we need to know where we stand. It means that we don't take stupid chances and do things we wouldn't do. It's a great thing, comparison in that respect. And equally, when we're top of the pile, it's a great feeling. So when people talk about it as kind of being the thief of joy, I think a lot of the time it comes from the negative side of things. So if someone's in a negative place, or they particularly lean towards being a slightly more negative person or pessimistic, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lean that a little bit away, then it can be a problem. But I think a lot of it really comes down to that perspective. So if you're generally quite a happy person, or if you're someone who can take the knocks, if you can take it not being king of the jungle, if you can take not being top dog, then actually comparison's a fantastic thing. If we didn't have comparison, we wouldn't have goals a lot of the time. We have to compare ourselves, whether it be to ourselves, to other people and individuals, I say that, or whether it be to averages. If we don't compare, we have nothing to work for. We have nothing to work against. If we're not looking at, a benchmark time, for instance, and inevitably other people have achieved that, or that's a standard for a reason, because a lot of people can't achieve that time. Over the marathon, that might be something like a 4-hour marathon. If we didn't compare to that time, if we didn't try and run 3:58, 3:59, because maybe 4 hours is an average or good time by other people's standards, then there would be no point. That would take away a lot of the joy that people get from marathon running, and the same can apply to other distances as well. So I think a lot of it comes down to this lifestyle that we lead these days, where we have to compare, but we have to look for every little nuance. We have to be top dog in everything. It's the whole kind of FOMO thing of, we don't want to miss out on something. But realistically, it doesn't have to be that way. If we let ourselves be drawn into that, then yes, it can be. And, obsessing over Strava data and looking at everyone else's runs and their times and all that kind of stuff, yeah, then it can draw you into a negative thing. But that's your choice. I know social media draws us in, it's designed to be that way, and I won't go into that, it's a whole other ethical debate, but we do let ourselves be drawn into it one way, shape or form. We do have willpower now. I don't think we should actually always have to exert that, and I do think some responsibility lies with the companies that kind of design the various social media platforms and the way our lives work with technology these days, but we still can remove ourselves from it. Any number of times I've seen injured runners, whether it be clients or people come to me with an injury, who said they've come off of Strava because they can't handle seeing other people being successful, getting out for their runs. And I kind of get that, and I think it's a healthy way to do it, rather than be bitter. But I don't see, equally to some degree, why you can't be happy with other people's success. I've had various injuries, and you've seen other people be successful. Even when I've been running well, other people have just really ramped up their training and have absolutely left me in the dust at different times. I'm happy for them. I'm working. It doesn't take away from what I'm achieving, and it doesn't take away from what you're achieving if other people are moving faster than you, or if other people who were slower are now faster. It doesn't make any difference. So please don't let comparison be the thief of joy. It doesn't have to be. The quote is just utter rubbish, and comparison really is a good thing. Compare yourself to what you've done before. Compare yourself to your successes. When you're not where you want to be, use that as motivation to drive forwards and to look at what you can change. It's in your power to change things, rather than trying to use the kind of the idea that it's a negative thing as a reason to kick back, to take your foot off the pedal if you don't want to, or to kind of go, oh well, I shouldn't compare myself to them anyway. Maybe you shouldn't, but there's nothing wrong with doing so either. I achieve what I want to achieve most of the time. But equally, I look at, say marathon running in Britain, Phil Sessman, for instance, fantastic runner. Obviously, Logan Smith ran in Valencia 2:19. Now, I don't think I would ever achieve that. I'm not willing to put in the work that he's put in terms of number of miles and things. But that doesn't take away from what I've achieved. Now, I've still achieved what I'll achieve, and hopefully will continue to do more. Just be happy for him. I am, so chuffed from seeing when he ran Valencia. Watching him as dog tracking is fantastic. So comparison wow, I really respect what that person's achieved, because I know how much hard work that goes into it. So whenever you are comparing yourself to somebody else, try and look for the positives. Don't look at it, oh, I could never achieve that, or oh, I wonder what they're doing, it's all right for them. Just be happy for them. Be happy for them. Be happy for what you've achieved. See what you can do. if there's something you can change, it's in your power to change. Try and do that then. If you're hungry for it and you want to achieve more, work on those things, but don't try to make comparison to be a negative thing. And next time somebody tells you the comparison is the thief of joy, please just think of this video. Not necessarily me, but just the point of this video. And let yourself comparison be a motivator, or let it be a really positive thing. It is and can be a really, really useful vehicle for us if we let it be. Don't let it be a negative thing to drag you down.